Well, hi, Jeebus. Hi, I'm back with the 6 books in isolation, and I joined a book group. I actually joined a book group last month. It's my day off, as it's my day off today. It's Tuesday, and I was in Oxford Live in a mentioned casually book groups because I've actually been wanting to join one. Just kind of get my social post-pandemic, trying to get it going. It was on at the time, so I'm in a book group. Yeah, this was the book, so I'm going to review it because new book group starts today in only like 2 hours. So The Binding by Bridget Collins. Okay, never ever heard of this book, but it's incredible. This book is very, very layered, and it's a debut, and it's very, very strong. It suffers from a lot of things with debuts. Okay, it's overtelling. It's telling a little bit too much. And sometimes, okay, you kind of get lost within the story, but it's a very, very impressive debut. Here's a blurb. Emmett Farmer is a binder's apprentice. His job is to handcraft beautiful books, and within each to capture something unique and extraordinary, a memory. If there's something you want to forget or a secret to hide, he can bind it. You never have to remember the pain it caused. In a vault under his mentor's workshop, row upon row of books and secrets are meticulously stored and recorded. Then one day, Emmett makes an astonishing discovery. One of the volumes has his name on it. Can you imagine? So it starts off, okay, with Emmett Farmer. Now he's getting over this recent illness, he's lost weight, he's not himself, he doesn't know, he's very, very confused. And then suddenly, it gets his apprenticeship. This is just Emmett's point of view, because this is all told in a first person narrative. Okay? Right. I never been ill in my life, but I knew that my body could betray me, that my mind could go out like a lamp and leave nothing but darkness. I could remember getting sick if I tried. All I saw was a mess of nightmare-scorched fragments. Even my memories of my life before that last winter would tinge with the same gangrene shadow, as if nothing was healthy anymore. I knew that I collapsed after midsummer because Ma told me so, and I'd been on the way home from Carlsford, but no one had explained where I'd been or what had happened. He's got gaps in his memory, and his parents have told him, well, you were sick, that's why you've been sick for a really, really long time. Also, you know from the blurb at the back, this is one of the side effects of what's happened to him, but he doesn't know what's happened to him. Okay? It says on the back, okay, having a memory taken away, this has happened to him. And he's very, very confused. And then okay, he gets the gig as the binder's apprentice, and it reminds me very much of a fairy story. You know how, like, the ones where, like, well, I guess like Rapunzel in a way, like, pregnant woman, she's craving some kind of food in this witch's garden, gets caught, then then the baby has to be given to the witch. It reminds me of that in this kind of structure. It's very kind of fairy story like, and this is a very, very strange one. Imagine how books do exist, okay? But the thing is, a special kind of book, a special kind of process will take these memories and put them in a book, and you'll forget them. Very much like Eternal Sunrise of the I put Madame Carey, Eternal Sunset Mind, that one. I'll actually put, you know the one with Kate Winslet, okay? God, I can't even say it. Too many yeses in that title. Okay, so, but having this, people are also targets, okay? And it also shows how it impacts the world around you. Here's Emmett at this witches, okay? He's no woman, a bindery, if you will. And he's just learning the trade, and he's not really been taught a lot. A lot of it is kind of like hearsay, and I'll tell you later. This woman's absolutely decrepit. Right, right. I want my daughter's book. She had no right to come in here to you. She had every right. You mad old witch. She out without my permission, and then she come home half empty. Looks at me like she doesn't even know who I am. It was her choice, all of it. All of it was her choice. If you hadn't shut up, he jerked forward. If I hadn't been there, maybe he would have hit her. Okay, I know you lot. I'm not having you send my daughter's book to someone, because that's the thing. These books, unscrupulous people will then sell their memories onto someone else. And a bit further on, where Emmett's reading the book, and it's about a battle. He doesn't understand at the time. It's someone's memory, and in the end, he has to burn the book. Now, also with this process, if you burn someone's books, okay, and they're still living, their memories will return to them, and the kind of spell is broken, and then they have to kind of live again with the memories which they'd cut themselves off for whatever reason, be it abuse, divorce, just bad things, bullying, just that worst moment of your life you would love to forget. Yeah. So, right. And also in this, Emmett meets Lucian, and Well, it's interesting in interaction again because this goes back and forth in time. Very much like a non-linear story. It starts off at the present, good to past, and then thing. Lucian is at they first meet. There's automatic tension there. You get the feeling that they know each other, but neither remember each other. And it's interesting as well because you see the kind of a series of relationship developing between them. It's very kind of passive aggressive. They're kind of like coming into each other, and but you kind of get there's more to it. Okay, just the interactions. Even from the first moment, there's an undertone. It's under tension. Okay, right. This bit here, right. But you know, this bit here, okay, about the process, the soul. This is when it really is explained to Emma. This is page 70. This book takes a really long time to get going. Right. You trap them, I say. You take people and put them inside books. They leave here empty. I suppose in a way. You steal their souls. No wonder they're afraid of you. You lure them here and suck them dry. You take what you want and send them away with nothing. That's what a book is, isn't it? A life of person. As if they burn, they die. No. Right. Look, I said, my voice raising and raising. That is a person. Inside there is a person. I did. There's someone walking around dead. It's either what you do. They should have burnt you. She slapped me. Okay? Just the memories. Just the memories. Which, for so many people, they would take this up on them. What would be left? Memories are the ones who define us. So, it's an interesting process too. Okay? And then after he kind of moves on with his career, let's just put it like that. Lucian is apprentice to another binder. He gets like a new job. He could have got a talent for it, but the fact is that with his first mistress, he was taught about books with respect. This one is about, imagine the rural versus, the city. In a city community, in this world, everyone is like, going from country to the city. It is just, this is the people, okay, who will sell their memories. Okay, this is the people. Okay, right. And this is a bit here, okay, right. This is, once again, Lucian comes into the picture. Then again, he said, Mr. Wonder about you, the binders. What is it like to steal a soul, to take misery and make it innocuous, to heal the wound that so that it can be inflicted again for the first time? That's not. You tell people that you're helping, taking away pain, making the bad things go away. So respectable. Visitors and grief-stricken widows, you know what expenses, soothing over excesses of emotion. He shook his head. You make it all bearable when nothing, when nothing else can. Is that right? Right. My father has a whole shelves of books. He pointed at the air with a sharp finger. Mary for 5 years, Marianne for 3, Abigail, Abigail, Abigail. Can't remember how many times because she was one of his favourites. Sarah twice, now, and the beat now, over and over again until she's too old. You come back for every year be the same story, and you take it away from my father to gloat over. Double pleasure for him to read the story from inside her head and do it again as if she'd never touched it before. See? It's a whole kind of, people aren't doing this because they want to, they're actually forced to. It's a power dynamic, okay? If someone who's in a position to perhaps power over you can take away your memories, you can't do anything. Imagine a circle of abuse starting over and over again and you will never know. It is so layered. You've got kind of like the noble, we will protect your stories, and the ones who will just store you over and over again. And that's Lucian's father, by the way. That is Lucian's father. So in this world, okay, where Lucian, who is kind of like the heir, he's like the Lord of the Manor, he is emotionally broken, okay, because something was stolen from him. It's very layered. And then obviously Emmett finds his book and it goes to what happened. Now, I don't want to spoil this, okay, because this is a new book. When did this book come out? Okay. 2019. Okay, when I say debut, it's not her debut, sorry, I just noticed that. It is her first adult novel. She writes children's books, a young adult novel. This is her first mature book. Sorry about that. So, the fact is that Lucian and Emmett, they were together. Now, in this world, okay, the word gay is never ever used, okay, because I don't think that word even exists in this world. It's a very kind of mixture. It's a bit steampunk, it's a bit medieval. It's a world, okay, where books hold memories and people can read, but no one reads books for that reason, because I don't think in this world stories are being created, like independent stories, like original stories. Okay, I believe that everything is just being passed down, is like through this way, right? This is flashback, and this is when Lucian, or Lucian Darnay is called Darnay quite a lot. Who's there because his sister, Emma's sister Alta, likes him, and that's where this begins. But his attention to her to someone else. It was then, while the rest of us were too busy to watch him, that Darnay should have tried to insinuate himself into Alta's bed, if that was what he was after. But he didn't. He was never alone with her for too long. Often it seemed like he would deliberately ride when Pa and I would be at the farmyard. Tell myself it would be mistaken, that he all he wanted was Splotch the dog and some company. He must have been lonely up at his uncle's house. Never mentioned anyone else. Maybe even his friendliness was skin deep. It was daring us out of sheer boredom. I looked at Elsa. I mean, his eyes would twist, because if he didn't care for her, then she'd eat his heart out wishing. So he'd eat her heart out wishing. But when I caught him whistling as he rode into the yard, or caught his eye as he kissed Alta's hand in greeting, I couldn't give myself any longer. He was as happy as she was. Just being with her was enough, at least for now. Very interesting. So that's the thing, okay? Emmett has these massive gaps in his memory, okay, which starts to return to him, and it's kind of faced with a dilemma, because love is forbidden, okay? This is a world, okay, where it's medieval, it's steampunk, it's mismatched of different kind of worlds, and yet he has this one true love. Lucian knows as well, so it's very, very confusing. Emmett is remembering his time with Lucian. Lucian is still kind of aware that something's going on. And it's really okay, this flashback, because you can kind of see how this memory, this precious memory, or this forbidden love, was so wonderful. And the fact is, even though it's the whole people choose to lose their memories, this is forced. This is a form of power that they have. This is absolutely an abhorrent world that they live in, but the way it's told is so eloquent. It's beautiful. It's a very, very beautiful world. And I absolutely love this book. I really, really loved it. It's when that Emmett, who is at times very, very kind of passive. Right, this bit here. This bit here. This is the beauty of this writing. Okay? It was pleasure just to lie still, listen to the birds, knowing that I was playing true and not caring. It was late and the sun was creeping up over the side of the bed, over the rumpled sheets and Lucian's legs. Except as though we were being thrown over, one arm under his head, the veins in his wrist showing blue under the skin. In sleep his face seemed smoother, his mouth wider. I watched him for a long time, imagining him as a child and as an old man. Though long I had to give up, partly because the pleasure of looking at him was too close to pain, and partly because I needed to go. So, yeah. So I don't want to spoil any book. This book, and by the way, I'm sorry this review is a bit disjointed. But I've really, really enjoyed the book by Bridget Collins, okay, who is a young adult, but this is basically her adult debut. This is a very kind of mature book, and actually more of a work, not actually read any Bridget Collins. So I really, really enjoyed it. I'm going to enjoy a book group today. I'm going to enjoy discussing the world and the kind of style. And I'm sorry, this book is very, very disjointed, by the way. So this book is quite disjointed, and also this review. If you got this far, I'm sorry, I keep getting interrupted, okay, and I'm rubbish at editing, so okay, so I love this book. I do recommend it just because the world and the world building and just kind of like quasi medieval society, bit of steampunk. Absolutely loved it. So you will enjoy this book. Okay, so the Binding by Bridget Collins, 6 books in isolation. Sign off now.